Okay. Ooh. Let me adjust the camera angle, guys. Ay, ay, ay. Hang on. Now I'm going to just check my volume. Just hang tight for a minute or two. Ay, 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 ay. So this is the things we got to do when you're on YouTube. I should say YouTube. I want to make sure I got volume. So I got volume. Okay, and I'm going to share my video. Give me a like and copy the that link. Hey, hello. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Coco? So I'm just sharing out my links to my Facebook support group. So just hang on a couple of seconds. Okay, share to Facebook. Okay, tell you guys what's going on here. Hopefully I can share. There we go. Now I got one more share to do for my group. Share to group and type in Ron's Keto Cafe. Okay, there we go. For the title. Now you know I got volume because I just checked. Okay, I guess I'm good to go. Anyways, well, I'm gonna just that's all right. I got my sweater on the back of the tote. So, anyways, hi, good afternoon. It's about a little bit after 5 o'clock. It's just Friday afternoon. I wanted to say welcome, and the greatest victory is never given up, and I certainly don't intend on giving up. But here's what's going on. I just thought I'd let you know. I usually do the charity on Friday nights. It's on 5 o'clock. I usually start selling pull tabs and do game payouts and stuff like that, and talk to everybody over there. And so first, I'm going to say before we get into any discussion talk, I just wanted to say welcome and thank you for coming along the journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. It definitely helps out the channel. And thank you for coming along with my weight loss journey. So the greatest victory is never giving up. I certainly am not giving up, and I've mentioned many, many times I've given in a lot of times, but I'm not giving up. So yeah, so again, Donna and I usually do the charity on Friday nights, and so what happened was this past week, actually for about a month now, since the church fair in November, I have been feeling like myself, and I've been like kind of like out of sync with everything that's going on, and then I was couldn't quite nail it down to anything, and I've had colds off and on, and so last Friday I went to urgent care and I was tested, and she did EKG and all that crap, and she said I need you to go down to the emergency room to take a chest X-ray and some blood work and all that to make sure I didn't have a blood clot. And that all came fine, but when they tested me, it comes out found out I had the virus that's been in the atmosphere for the last 2 years, and that's how I'm going to represent. So, hi, Anne Marie. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, I'm not doing the bingo tonight. Their daughter is. They sent me home. Technically, when you have the virus, now they cataloged it as last Saturday was my date, but you're supposed to isolate yourself for 5 days and then test it again. Now, I went to the city hall today, and I picked up these over here. These are free. They should have them in your local city hall too. These are testing kits for COVID, and so when I test back and I don't need these no more, then I'm good to go. But you can tell by the way I'm talking, I'm still not sounding like I should be sounding. I still have it in me a little bit. I like last night. I got up again at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've been up since 1 o'clock. I fell asleep in the afternoon. I had an afternoon nap. I went down to the city hall today to get those today, and we got the festival of trees going on down there today. And I wanted to finish up with the photographs today because the final week is next week. So how that all works is you bid on your tree that you might think you might want, and if you're the highest bidder, you get to keep the tree, and you get to keep all the ornaments. And hi, Tamika. And so yeah, so and we won a tree. We won two of them a couple of years ago, and we kept one of them, and they got rid of that. And then I got this other one we got last year, and of course it got destroyed with the flood. So the tree you're seeing over there, that's my tree this year. So I picked up Donna and I went shopping yesterday. We went down to Kohl's because yeah, you're gonna love this one, Anne Marie. I bought another something I didn't want. I bought it back to Kohl's. They know me by my first name when I go in there because oh, this is that guy Ron again. That's that nut Ron that keeps ordering crap on Amazon. He keeps bringing it back. But she was funny because she told me that. And so I bought that back, and Donna did some Christmas shopping for me, and then I'm pretty sure I know what she bought me because I told her I've been wanting to get a nice butcher blocks with the, with the stainless steel knives and with the scissors and with the sharpener. And the other thing and I wanted to get into some more measure stainless. I want everything stainless steel, and I'm getting some. I think she got me some stainless steel measuring cups that I've been after to get, and some other stuff I want for cooking. And I've been eyeballing it, but I don't know where I can put it. I want to get one of those standalone mixers there, but they cost like $250 or more. And QVC, I'll probably wind up getting mine on QVC because they got a lot of selected colors that are just exclusively for QVC, and they give you packages. So in other words, if you're paying $250 down at Walmart's for one, you can get the same deal on QVC, and they add stuff to it that you wouldn't get normally if you bought it at Walmart's. And I can do the easy pay on QVC, but I don't want to make a bill for one right now because we owe enough stinking crap right now. So, anyways, I'm home. I went to charity. I set up all the pull tabs for the guys, and I asked Betty Ann, and she came in. I said, "Do you want me to play tonight?" And because I didn't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, and everybody questioned the mask, And I said, no, I said, no, why don't you just go home and just relax and take it easy tonight? So it's really mild in our town tonight. I said, this is going to, like last night, I was going to go out and do some photography. And I have my this is my Canon camera setup. I got it all set up with the 135 millimeter lens. I want to go out there tonight and do some nighttime photography at the Christmas decorations downtown there, because I got some camera filters I want to put on there, and I got it set for manual setting there, and I got it all set up properly for what I want. So I should be able to get some really high end photographs. I'm not going to stay up for that long, but tonight I figured, well, it'd be a perfect night tonight. I don't have to worry about Donna does that bingo. Hopefully she'll win tonight. The cat's fine. I brought him to the vet, as I mentioned the other day. He weighs 16 pounds, and she gave me a chart for his the poundage of animals, okay, and how many calories is supposed to be eaten per day. He's only supposed to be eating 320 calories a day. So when I was looking at that, and she was explaining to me about the tender treats that we've been giving him through, I forget the exact name of them, but anyways, I was giving him a whole tray of those at a time, and it's like he was eating 10 meals in one. I said, no wonder he picked up an awful lot of weight over the last year. And actually, he'll be a year old. So more or less, he's on a keto diet for now. So, but he's, and plus they did the nails, and they shaved him a little bit on his behind because he couldn't clean himself because he can't bend over like a cat should for that because of all the extra body weight. But ever since I brought him to the vet, he's been a real happy cat. He's been really, really good. And so if you guys have a cat or a dog or a pet for that matter, just if you never have any questions about it, bring it to the veterinarian and check it out, because he's as much as he's a pain in the behind, he's part of our family, and I don't want anything to happen to the little fellow. As much I love him, and when you bring a pet into your life, they become your family, and that's how what he is. So I made some more of those chocolate chip cookies that I made last Friday. I got the video filmed. I actually got 4 videos I got to edit, and I did that this morning. That came out really well. I did it like last week when I did the video. I forgot to put the brown sugar in before I mixed the chocolate chips and all in. They still came out okay. They were a little bit dark in the bottom. And then I realized that because all oven times vary just because it says 12 minutes, and mine only took 8 minutes. Now, when I put them in today, I same thing. I took them out and they put them back in because they weren't quite done, but they're nice and golden brown. So I got a really high end video I'm going to be putting up later. And then I have a chicken stew video that I made the other day. I still got to edit that video out. And I have that pizza recipe that I did the other day. I still got to edit that video out. So I got a lot to do as far as video, but I couldn't figure out why I wasn't quite on my A game. And I was gaining some weight and stuff like that. And that's uncharacteristic of me. And I feeling totally lousy. And then I told my wife, I might have got this set when they did that holiday fair, because we were like packed in like sardines like this. And I was constantly greeting a couple of thousand people all day long. And, who knows why any one of those could have been carrying a virus or just the flu or the cold. But it's just funny. Nothing's getting references to the common cold or the flu anymore. And I just think that's what it is. I just think it's just the cold. But, I'm not going to argue about whatever they're telling me. And technically, when you get this, you're supposed to stay home and isolate yourself for 5 days. And it takes about 10 days to get out of your system. But it seems to me it's been going on longer than 10 days. That's why when I went to the ER last Saturday, I tried to see if they could give me some antibiotic or whatever, but they wanted to see what it came back as when they did that's why they did the blood work, because they wanted to make sure I didn't have any blood clot or anything, but everything came back fine. But yeah, so speaking of came out fine, my video I shot Sunday for the Colonial Band came out like crap. I was so disappointed in the studio. You're supposed to give the studio a 48-hour notice for a camera. I technically had a camera set up for Sunday, and I canceled the camera, and then I wanted to get the camera back, and a day later, then he said, no, you can't because you already canceled it. And I said, well, fine, I'll just use what I have. And when I was filming with the iPad, I set it up perfectly, and I had a nice clear shot. And then when I brought the camera home, and they took it off the camera, and I put the camera, the program into my program, I'm looking at the video. I said, "What the hell happened? It looked like crap." I says, "This is unacceptable." It wasn't as sharp, as clear as when I was looking at it, and I can't figure out what the heck was going on with this. And I told that to the director, and I said, "You know what?" I says, "I'm not filming no more. Hi, Life Adventures. How you doing? I think you and I did an interview before, didn't we? I think you did a live one morning with me, Hyler. I think is that your name, correct? Am I correct in that?" So yeah, we should get together again and do some more. I'm looking for somebody to go live with me that's now and then and just talk about our week and how it went. If you're interested, give me a shout out. I'll be glad to do that. But yeah, it's been going good. Michelle. Okay, thank you for that. I wasn't sure. There was another girl with another name, but like I said, I'm looking for somebody to go live with every about once a week. We can pick a certain day when and we can pre-film it, and then we could set it up that way too. Okay, but other than that, it's been going good. Now, I posted on Facebook yesterday or the day before that I'm retiring from the studio. I've been filming for the studio for 12 years now, more than that, since 2012. And, I'll volunteer, and I did a lot of volunteer work for the city. I don't, again, you don't get volunteer means exactly what it means. You don't get paid. And hasn't been always the issue, but every now and then the former director you saw was every Christmas they used to slip me $100 gift card for Amazon, and it wasn't much, but at least it was something, right? And when you don't expect it, and then you get something like that, and it makes me felt like thank you, Ron, for what you've done for the studio for this year, okay? And every now and then, when he used to call me up in the middle of the afternoon, he said, "Ron, the mayor's got to have a ribbon cutting ceremony, and all my guys are tied up. Can you come down and get a camera and do the ribbon cutting ceremony or something? I need that done." And I would get a gift card, not even asking for it. And then when I did the Johnny Appleseed Festival last year, I was there I set my camera up at 7 a.m, and I was there like 12 hours filming the whole event. And then I edit the video and I bring it to the studio, and get it ready for TV broadcasting, and of course then he gave me another $100 there, but technically, like when you're doing video, anybody that does video, like I think Emery can relate to this, when you're doing like a video, when you're filming and if you're doing videos for like giving you food recipes and stuff like that, when I'm doing a concert, it's a 20-hour job. It's just a 2-hour concert. Yeah. Okay. At the end of the day, everybody can't wait to get out of there. And then you're the last one there because you got to break down all your camera stuff, and you got to bring it over to your car, plug the stuff into your house, and then take all the stuff off the camera and off your audios. I'm using an audio Zoom for the better of the audio. And then you take it and you bring it into your editing program, and then you got to sync all like if I'm using, today we only used one camera for Sunday, but last year I had 4 cameras. I had 2 people helping me on the side, and I had 2 on the nest. They called it a balcony, and they got trees set up on the balcony, so I had to kind of maneuver in between the trees last year. And this year I didn't have that capability, and so. Then you bring all the video home, and then you piggyback it. You 4 videos plus your audio, and if you're lucky, you can select all your clips and you sync your program, and it matches all your video with your audio. If you're lucky, then if you're not lucky, you got to do it manually, and that takes time. And then what you do is you're taking little clips out of each individual audio video, and then you're putting in transitions in between, and you're putting in titles in between all that, and then you got to and you got to adjust your audio level accordingly for TV broadcasting, and it's an awful lot of work. So that 2 hour concert now becomes a 12-hour job, and if you figure out what the math is, typically you should be getting a videographer should be making at least a minimum in this area at least $20 an hour on it. So you really that's an awful lot of work for not getting paid, and when I don't even get a thank you, that pisses me off more than anything. Many times I don't get a thank you, and so when I put on Facebook that I was retiring from the studio and I'm not filming anymore for the studio, I must have got about 400 responses, and everyone was thanking me for the years of service that I did. Even the mayor had a nice write up about me. Um, because what happens is a lot of elderly. They can't get out of the house, or somebody might be sick, or they're working and they can't go to some of these local events. Well, when the former director couldn't have anybody, didn't have enough help to go out and do a lot of these events, I would just take over and say, Carl, I'm going to do these for you guys, and they were okay with that. This other guy, he's a okay. We'll just use the A word, and you can with the and you can fill in the rest of the blank. I just I don't care. It's not saying he's not a nice person, but I just don't care for him at all. I don't care for him at all. Everybody that was working for the previous director, they all quit. They can't deal with him. And there's only now there's only one left from all the old crew that he had, and I just yeah, it's piecework exactly. But I do. I mean, like I did the stroll event, and they were there. I was trying to help the young kids out, and he hired a bunch of young kids, and I was always available for hire, and nobody's ever hired me for that position. So I said, well, screw you, right? So I was doing like a lot of local events. So when the stroll was started at 3 o'clock, I was getting there I get there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I take photos throughout the day, and then when the parade was coming through, I would take the video parade. I already got that up on my channel, and I was using my tripod. I get my spot I want, and I got kids all around my tripod, knocking on my tripod, pissing me off. And it says, I'm not dealing with this crap next year. I want to be part of it. What I mean by being part of it is anybody can go marching in through the parade to be part of the parade. Is just take your car and put lights on your car, and so next year I want to really decorate my car, and I want to be part of it. And if I don't want to do it that way, I want to put on a goofy costume like a Grinch or something like that, and I'm going to walk through the parade to pass out candy to the kids or something like that. And that's what I want to do on the Halloween one. I want to just be able to do that. And maybe when they get the tractor parade, I'll see if I can borrow somebody's tractor and to drive the tractor through, I thought that would be very cool. That's what I was talking about, Crafty. How you doing, Crafty? So yeah, I'm home tonight. I got COVID, and yeah, I haven't been myself lately. I've been picking up some weight. I haven't been happy with it, and we're going to reboot our system in the first part of the new year. Now, January 2nd, I go down to our local, local hospital, not local hospital, but down in Worcester, if you know Massachusetts, and I got to have my physical on January 2nd, and if I pass the physical, then I'm cleared for my hip surgery, which is January 16th. And if all goes well, then I should be back on track. And so I'm hoping all this crap is out of my system. Anyways, but yeah, I was just to mention to everybody, I'm gonna be I'm looking for somebody to go live once a week. So if you're interested, let me know. Just if we could talk about our week and just have chit chat day. The best of Crafty and Ron or something like that, or we can make up a clever title and do one day a week. But I was just thinking about something like that because I enjoy doing these lives now and stuff like that. But I made some really great chocolate chip cookies here today. I'm going to be doing the video later on. Probably in about a half an hour from now, I'm going to throw on my sweater, and then I'm going to drive the car downtown, and I'm going to do some photography tonight. Yeah, Donna's playing bingo tonight. I normally do the charity on Friday night there, but I didn't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable there with this, and I just said, yeah. And then when I went to the city hall today to do some photography photographs, I wished out all the girls over there, the workers over there, very happy, safe holiday and Merry Christmas. And I still believe in Christmas, and I still say Christmas because I'm old fashioned, and that's the way it's always going to be, and. But those girls that work in the city hall and all these city halls and all the volunteers that they do, a lot of these girls and guys, even though they get paid, they're on salary. So when the mayor has a lot of these pop-up weekend events, they don't get paid extra for that. and they're already pushing a 60-hour work week because and then and they got family, at the end, and we can who the heck wants to be outside for 4 hours doing these events that he has all the time on the weekend. I feel so bad for those guys and gals that have to put on all the extra time and extra hours that they got to put in. So I really thank them for that. They really appreciate that when you say thank you to them. And I told Melissa today. I said, Melissa, I said, I really wish that to be able to just be able to give you guys and gals that work for the city hall each $1,000 bonus, for Christmas, because you guys really deserve it more than anybody, because they really bust their behind for the city. And without volunteers, the city can't run. They have some workers that work them, and they ask for volunteers, and he gets a lot of volunteers because we have the best mayor in the Commonwealth. He's been mayor of the Commonwealth for 32 years. It's the longest acting mayor of the Commonwealth. I think I was reading once that the longest acting mayor was, I think somebody, maybe I'm not saying Chicago, I was gonna say, but don't quote me on that. But 50 some odd years that he was mayor of that city, and yeah, so that's quite something. And he's got that job for as long as he wants. And again, the Colonial Band, they were fantastic there. They thanked me. He said, yeah, there's quite a few people I still want to thank. And he said, I want to thank Ron for doing all our concerts. And he had me listed on the program as the official videographer this year, where they didn't do that before. But I told the conductor that, I said, Steve, I'm not filming no more. I said, I don't want to do this no more. And John quite understands, the band manager, and I told David Letters, their coordinator. I said, you're gonna have to get a hold of the studio next year if you want the concerts filmed. But I told John, I said, John, I want to get a hold of you. I want to get together with you after the first part of the year, after I rehab a little bit and I feel a little bit better, because I want to start a nonprofit organization. I want to do filming and video for I want to offer green screen photography for like weddings. There's a lot of weddings that take place in the city hall. People come in off the street and they want to get married to the JP that's there, the Justice of the Peace. And I could just represent them to come upstairs, or we could set up a green screen right in the city hall, and we could film them in front of the green screen. And if they want to donate a little bit of money, they can. And if they don't want to, fine. But at least they'll have a nice little video that I could put together for them. And and as a nonprofit organization, if you do it right, I can take a little bit of a salary for it, and I can write a lot of that stuff off of taxes, or so that's. But again, I need camera equipment, and if I want to continue filming, which I still may, but now anything I do forward is not going to the studio. It's going to be for my own project. So when I was talking to John about that, I said, John, if you want me to film next year, maybe I'll film. But if I can't, if I get my own camera stuff, I'm not filming. And I need to get at least a $5,000 setup, and I'm not making a bill for one. I'm going to get one anyways, regardless. Probably around May or June. But if you get a tripod, I need at least the batteries for this camera that I want to get. They're $200 a piece for batteries. Can you imagine? And you know, and, I need transmitters, receivers. I kind of like in the BP photography. I got a little grocery carriage. I got all the stuff already in the carriage on my wish list there, what I want to get, and it came up to like about $4,800. So I only get like a JCB camera this particular camera will do live video, and I can put lower thirds right in the live while I'm going across the screen, and they'll let me do slow motion and everything. It's a 4K video camera, so it's a really high end video camera. So that's what I want to get next year. And then when I returned in my last video, I said, the Colonial Band is asking for a DDB copy. And he says, well, if I got any DVDs? I said, what the heck? You could just go down to Walmart and pick up a package of DVDs for $10 and burn him a copy, for crying out loud. These guys give you a video program for your broadcasting, and you can't even get them sticking. I've had it with that guy. I can't deal with them anymore. So, and then when I did not the Colonial Band, but then when I did the Winter Stroll, I was trying to help them out a little bit when they first went on scene. And the young kid says to me, he says, boy, it's kind of warm here today. And I said, be thankful it's warm, because in the past there's been 2 feet of snow on the ground, and I'm walking around doing video when nobody else wanted to. And I've done all those jobs since 2010, 12 rather. And nobody else wanted to do those jobs, and I just enjoyed doing that, and I enjoyed editing all the video. And now they're doing it. And I said, fine, well, screw you. You guys do that, So when my wife tells me, she says, when everything starts bothering you like that, just step back and take a deep breath, and just don't do it no more. So I'm finally listening to what my wife tells me. I'm not doing it no more. And I listen to what God tells me. And he says, Ron, I need you to go into another direction because I felt like I got burnt out. I gave the city my best that I could possibly give the city since 2012. And many gals and guys know that I've won documentary awards for my work in broadcasting. I feel very my accomplishments, and I've got Citizen of the Year award in 2019, and I've gotten other awards for my work in photography and stuff like that. I've made the local paper a number of times for my work in photography and video, and I'm just, and I don't mind volunteering, but after a while, it just when everything just becomes like you're being hit by both sides of a freight train. I just need to say, okay, Ryan, you just need to focus what's important on you. You focus in on your health, get your hip out, get that rehabbed. I do want to go back to work, but I don't know how this is going to work right now. Once I get the hip rehab, I'm thinking about going back on an overnight shift somewhere because I can't skip my wife's appointments. It's been crazy. It's been a very hectic week this week with my wife. She's had like every day next week she's got scheduled for appointments. I goes, oh my gosh. D'Ambrosi called me up today. She said, Ron, he says, he's just reminding you that Donna's got a follow up Monday. And then Tuesday, she's got to go out and have another eye surgery for her left eye. And then the next day, she's got to go back and have that again. And she's got a couple of more appointments later on with the regular doctor. It's like, what the F? We can't catch a break. And then these co-payments are killing us. I don't know what people do when they have a cancer treatment. Can you imagine having to spend $10,000 in cancer treatment or whatever it costs? The medical industry is a joke right now. It really is. It's just, I'm sorry, but it's just the way I feel. There's got to be a better solution because right now, the way I'm seeing the country and everything, we're all going down the crapper pretty fast, and we've already been down that path. And, we need something to pull us all out of it because, we can't keep going in the direction we're going here because I don't even think we're going to have a country in the next 4 years. I really don't, but I think it's all going to be taken over by the Communist Party. That's just my belief, but I hope not. But, you never know. That's why I said I'm not even voting no more. I'm done with that. I've had enough of that. But yeah, so Patriot fans there, Billy Belichick, Patriots head coach, if you're a Patriot fan, is retiring after the season. I thought maybe he would be, I thought maybe, yeah, that's exactly how I've been feeling, like everybody was taking advantage of me, and I just don't want to do it no more. Even the volunteer work on Friday nights, I told Donna, I said, after I get my hip rehab, I'm going to mention to Betty Ann. I said, I'm not coming in every Friday anymore to do this. So I'll come in a couple of Fridays if you want, maybe 3 Fridays a month, but I want at least 1 Friday. I shouldn't even have to ask you for a day off, It's volunteer, and one of my longtime dearest friends there, the one that does the bingo calling on Friday night, has to say a prayers, guys, because she had a stroke this past week and she's been out for a couple of weeks, and they were going around with a card signed for her, and so just say a prayer for her. But last week, my wife said they absolutely had a terrible week. They lost their microphone in the second half, and the caller had to call out the numbers manually without the microphone, and yeah, so they didn't have a very good week, and I saw how many they usually draw over 200 people. They only had 150 people last week, so they had a small crowd last week. But I think what it is Christmas time, and everybody's out. So there's a lot of people that are out sick and everything, and so you just got to learn to take care of yourself. But I guess that's all I got to say. But thank you guys for all coming in and watching the chat. Be watching for those videos when I get them posted. When I went to the city hall today, I finished up taking the photography that I wanted of the trees. So I'm getting ready to do a video slide presentation with all the trees and everything. And hi, Joyce. How you doing? Thank you for coming along my journey, by the way. And yeah, so we're going to be doing some cooking stuff this week. I got some videos I got to edit. I still want to do a series of shaffle recipes. I have all the stuff that I need to get for that. Donna makes a really cool dessert for Christmas time, and I don't, I don't do keto 100% of the time. I will starting in January again when I go back on track, but it's a strawberry parfait. It's really, really good. She buys 2 large containers of frozen strawberries. She thaws them out, and she takes these small little baby marshmallows, and she soaks them in the marshmallows overnight, and she mixes it over the course of the night. Then let them soak right in. And then she takes some heavy whipping cream and she whips that up. And she folds it right into that. And then she'll make like a graham crust. She'll put it in these little like dessert containers, and then we'll top off each cup with that. And it's wicked good. You guys really got to try that. Now you could if you're like allergic to strawberries, you could do that with blueberries or pineapple or I didn't care. We did it one year with the pineapple, and I didn't care for it because it was too sweet for me. This was before I did keto, but significantly, I'm still down over 120. Actually, when I weighed myself up today, yeah, 140 pounds down. So even though I picked up about 15 pounds, I still feel pretty good. I mean, it's coming up in 2024. It'll be 4 years doing low carb keto, and I'm still down over 100 pounds. How many people would say that they lost 100? Oh, actually, if you really want to know what the math is, 140 pounds in a 4 year period, and still manage to keep the weight off. I think that's fantastic. And I did this without weight loss surgery, and I did everything right that I needed to do. But I'm still down. Well, I'm up into a 1X shirt now from a medium, from a large actually, but I can fit into some mediums. It depends on the material. But yeah, I want to get out. So tonight I'm going to be heading out there. I'm going to be doing some gingerbread shop. Well, I haven't done that one yet. Yeah, so let me know if you want to do some videos with me there. Maybe we could do we could do some shackles. We could do some live cooking and do some shackles. Do shackles live. I guess some easy peasy shackle recipes. I didn't know if you knew this, but I bought some of this cheese from the ultra thin cheese from Sargento. They got 3 different kinds of cheese. And it works really well with the mini dash. They have the provolone cheese, which is already cut round, and they get a chopped cheddar cheese, and they also have a baby Swiss cheese. So what I do on the square root cheese is I just take them and I cut off the round ends with a pair of scissors or with a knife, and that's why I said I needed another nice knife set. I'm pretty sure my wife bought me that for Christmas, but we did some shopping the other day, and I was pointing out some stuff that I wanted to get, and I've been wanting to get a nice stainless steel knife set that has the steak knives and the butcher knives and all the good set with a nice knife sharpener, and I need to cook some cooking utensils, and I still need to get a regular nonstick frying pan with a lid because I do a lot of eggs in the morning. I made her a nice egg omelet this morning for breakfast, and I made a couple of eggs for myself this morning, and today for dinner I made some manicotti and regular manicotti. They weren't keto. And this past week, I made a nice batch of spaghetti sauce, and I cooked it off for 6 hours. It came out really, really good. But I'm going to let you guys go. Hi, Anna. I'm getting ready to kill the video. I'm going to put on my hoodie and go out do some nighttime photography. But anyways, thank you guys for joining the channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and share it if you want to share it. If you're watching for future videos. And if anybody wants to do some live cooking videos with me, you guys let me know and we'll figure something out, or some live weekly talk. That's what I'm looking for, somebody to do like a live with me. And we can pick any night that you're available. And we can always pre-film it and put it up on StreamYard and share it over to YouTube. But anyways, talk to you guys later. You guys have an amazing night. Love you guys. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Remember, I love you. God loves you. Have an amazing night. I should say day, but I was going to say night. Bye.